The sound of the sirens is fresh in the memory, and yet from the debris of war, Croatia are reaching out for glory at the European Championships. The team in the distinctive red and white quilted shirts turned their attentions to qualification for the European Championships. They were to make a huge impact very quickly. Even while the war was raging, stars like Boban, Suka, Prosinecki and Boksic were still playing around Europe. And if anyone laughed at the idea of this little war-torn country being a force, they soon had the smile wiped from their faces. Croatia went to Italy and beat the World Cup finalists 2-1. Both the goals came from the predatory Seville striker Davor Suka. Croatia are coached by Miroslav Bladovic, a 61-year-old who's a close friend of the football-mad president Tudjman.
Mon problème plus important, c'est comment assurer les résultats dans les continuités.
Our biggest problem was being consistent and getting good results all the time. The problem of Croatian football is in the mind, but the players have become true professionals. They know they must give their all, and if they do that, they'll carry on getting good results.
The Croatian success story is built on a fierce national pride. There's a feverish atmosphere at home games, usually attended by the president. They use this and their troubled past as driving forces for the players.
C'est un avantage contrairement à ce qu'on peut penser. Parce que je profite chaque occasion.
It is an advantage, more than most people think. I take every opportunity to galvanize my players. They have the motivation of revolt, which is very often so much stronger than any ordinary motivation.
Croatian football is on a high, and these noisy fans believe their team can cause more upsets at Euro 96. So who are the key men for Croatia? Well, let's start with 27-year-old Zvonimir Boban, winner of Italian titles and a European Cup among the glitterati of AC Milan. He's the captain and the team's most important player, according to the coach. Playing in the Milan Academy has helped. This is a club where trophy winning has become a habit. Boban has mixed with some of the great stars of world football and never looked out of place. He set up chances for the great Liberian George Weah, been coached by Fabio Capello and fed off the genius of Roberto Baggio. It's all rubbed off on the Croatian skipper. Boban plays in a central role for both Croatia and Milan. He can add drive from there, passes well, sets up things, and joins in the team's fluent play. Boban is the team leader, and make no mistake, one of the best players in Europe. His ball through here to Donadoni. And when the opportunity presents itself, Boban can be a clinical finisher. Just as effective wearing the red and black of Milan or the red and white of Croatia. These goals helped Croatia top their group. Another one for Boban here, set up by Suka. Croatia have another big name in striker Alain Boksic. At Marseille, where he scored 23 goals in one season, they nicknamed him the Croat Van Basten. He's another player who oozes class. Boksic is pacey and full of deft touches, like this back heel to set up Suka, for whom he's the perfect foil. He's an improviser, unpredictable. Sometimes frustrated defenders find the only way to stop him is to bring him down. Boksic is used to tight marking in Italy with Lazio. He's only scored one goal in qualifying, but his partnership with Suka is one to shred the nerves of any defender. Davor Suka is the 28-year-old goal-scorer-in-chief for Croatia. Real Madrid have moved heaven and earth to sign him from Seville for next season. He's hit 12 goals in the qualifying campaign, including the 2 goals which gave Croatia their sensational win in Italy and the equalising penalty in the home match against the Italians. Strength is his key weapon. He can make runs from deep positions at harassed defenders and finishes clinically. And he's scored some notable solo efforts. Real Madrid have released 5 reserve players to help pay for him. Suker is now a high-profile striker. He'll be a marked man in England, but that doesn't mean they'll be able to stop him. Suker's been scoring goals from all angles, and if he can strike this sort of form in England, Croatia could go a long way. For both Seville and Croatia, Suker has looked simply superb. So Suker and Boksic are the spearhead of this impressive side. Robert Prosinecki is the ball player who has the distinction of being signed by both Spain's glamour clubs, Real Madrid and Barcelona. At Real, death threats kept him out for nearly an entire season, but last summer, Barcelona's Johan Cruyff stepped in to snap him up. Brilliant from dead ball situations, he has impudent skills and mesmeric close control. And of course his accuracy and touch make him a real menace at free kicks. Prosinecki is the sort of player too who can make passing look like poetry. This is a really classy midfielder who plays with style. He'll put a smile on the faces of the purists in England this summer. Croatia topped Group 4 ahead of Italy and let in only 5 goals along the way. Now they meet Denmark, Portugal and Turkey in the finals. But getting to England may be just the start. This exciting team are capable of bringing joy to a nation that has suffered so much heartache.
Je prétends que l'équipe Croatie
We're ready. The Croatian team possesses a concentration of talent greater than in any other footballing nation. Right now, I would say the Croatian team is one of the favourites to become champions of Europe.